So welcome everybody. My name is Sarah Hayes, the Astromomma, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for August 7th through August 13th. So this is going to be another dynamic and just life-altering week. I feel like every time I get on camera, I kind of forecast a more intense astrological week, but we have a partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius. And we also have Mercury going retrograde at the end of the week in Virgo. So it's sure to be a very dynamic and life-altering week as well. So before we get started, I just wanted to again announce another free giveaway that I'm going to be doing at the end of the video. So please stay tuned. And I'll also be announcing the last two winners of both the free natal chart and the free transit chart at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those announcements. So let's get into the weekly forecast for Monday, August 7th through Sunday, August 13th, and what an incredible week it's going to be. We start off the week on Monday, August 7th, with the partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius. And lunar eclipses are full moons, basically, that are super ultra sensitive and heightened. And we have eclipses 4 times a year. So this is our second lunar eclipse for the year. And this, again, is in the sign of Aquarius. So, you know, it's about emotions and things coming to completion around groups, friends, hopes and wishes. Anything futuristic is definitely Aquarius. So again, full moons bringing endings and things coming to the surface. They could be happening now around groups. You could be meeting new people, new friends, new associations that you want to become involved with. Or alternatively, you could be leaving situations, friendships, groups that you have been involved with that you no longer feel that connection and that energy to. What's really great about this moon is it's positively aspected by both Jupiter in Libra and Saturn in Sagittarius. And Jupiter in astrology rules optimism, luck, abundance. Anything big and grand is Jupiter. And Saturn in astrology rules structure, order, responsibility, karma. So all of these completions around groups, around friendships, around projects will definitely be positively supported by Jupiter, be expansive and positive, and also with Saturn be long-lasting and fruitful. So, it's a really beautiful lunar eclipse in that way because of those aspects from the outer planets. Again, a lot of times eclipses get bad raps. They're not bad, but they can be about change. So as we all know, change is an inevitable part of life. And when one thing ends, a better new thing comes, to be brought forth. So if you are having endings with, say, friendships, with groups that you've been involved with, just know that this is a part of the process. And there's going to be new groups, new people showing up that are probably more in alignment with who you are and what you're up to. So trust the universe and know that eclipses are essential to basically kind of get you into motion, into a new direction, and that direction is probably where you need to be. And sometimes, again, the universe does that for us, whether we want to or not. But again, this partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius is very happy and optimistic. So hopefully these new friendships, new groups will bring you a lot of satisfaction and a lot of joy. And again, they will probably be lasting with Saturn there. My advice around eclipses, around the day before, the day after, is to just chill out. If you can avoid making major decisions, that's always great because they bring a lot of energy, they have a lot of juice, and sometimes it's not, a good time to make a rational decision when you're in this intense changing energy. So if you have to make a decision, you do about something major, but if you can possibly hold off, that would be a really great thing to do during this time, and just give yourself a little bit of space to think about things, to really meditate on what you're going to be altering in your life. And then alternatively, if things are starting to change around you, or you're having these endings and these culminations in your life, give yourself and other people in your life some space to deal with those in compassion, because again, these eclipses can bring things very suddenly. And as human beings, we like comfort. I think everybody dislikes change to a certain degree. So, but it is a part of life. So just, roll with it, be gentle with yourself and others. And, between this eclipse on August 7th and then the next eclipse, which is a solar eclipse on August 21st, this is a very, very dynamic time, and you can literally feel the energy rising. So again, even more so, just, go with the flow, go with the changes. If things happen suddenly, just trust that they're meant to happen. And if things and people and groups leave, just trust that that's a part of the process as well. And you're on your way to meeting new groups, new associations that will really fully support you in your journey. Okay, so that's the lunar eclipse. And then the second major planetary influence this week is Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Virgo, which it rules. And Mercury goes retrograde about 3 times per year, but with the pre-shadow and the post-shadow period, we're influenced up to 6 weeks every Mercury retrograde. So that literally entails 18 weeks a year that we feel the effects of Mercury retrograde. And Mercury in astrology rules communication. It rules business, any kind of business, whether that be e-commerce or actual brick and mortar business. And like I said, when it goes retrograde, it stalls in orbit. So communication can sometimes get a little wonky. You might lose things. Travel plans could sometimes, be misdirected, or just, things kind of come up last minute. Your flight gets canceled, or you have to, go on to another flight because of a mechanical error on the airplane or something like that. Those are very Mercury retrograde themes. And with Mercury, again, being in the ruling sign of Virgo, this Mercury retrograde is going to be a little bit more potent for, all of us. And it begins on September 12th. It begins on August 12th and it ends on September 5th. So during this time, it's just really a good time to, again, I mentioned this in the monthly horoscope, but just quadruple check everything you're sending out. Make sure that you're clear in your communication and you're not becoming too judgmental or critical with others. My advice for Mercury retrograde, especially this time in Virgo, is to be present, to be mindful. Mercury rules the mind. Virgo is, definitely a sign that is very into being present and mindful. So when you're present, you're less likely to make mistakes. You're less likely to send out things that obviously don't work or that are to be misinterpreted. So just slow down. That's the main thing when you're communicating with anyone via email or written communication. And if you do happen to have to buy electronic items or any major purchases during this time, keep your receipts, because there could be little snafus with these devices. And again, nothing to be feared. Mercury retrograde happens a lot. Like I said, we're under its influences literally for 18 weeks per year. So you can't just stop life. You have to keep living, clearly. And just be mindful and keep your receipts, and make sure that when you do communicate with others that you're trying to be as present as possible. And again, compassionate to where they're coming from and not too critical. And you'll be okay. Again, this is an influence that lasts for about 3 weeks, and then we have a few weeks pre-shadow, a few weeks post-shadow. So really, if you can hold off, I would say until September 15th to make any major decisions or make any major purchases, that would be very beneficial. And yeah, that's basically it for the week. So again, a major dynamic week with the lunar eclipse, emotions coming to the surface, things maybe coming to culmination around groups, and associations, but again, positively aspected by both Jupiter, planet of expansion, and Saturn, the planet of structure and responsibility. So whatever leaves your life this week or in the coming months is meant to leave, and there'll be other new beautiful associations that come to greet you that are more in alignment with who you are and what you stand for. And then Mercury retrograde, again, like I mentioned, just be mindful, be present, be careful with how you communicate and how you direct yourself to other people, and make sure you understand where other people are coming from. And if you have to ask them again, that's okay. That's no big deal. And again, with Mercury retrograde, I didn't mention this, but people from the past can come about. So you might notice people that you haven't talked to in a long time all of a sudden contact you. That's very Mercury retrograde, so just be prepared for that. And you'll do great. It'll be a very amazing week as it's been. We're in a dynamic time between the eclipses, this lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, and it's just, the energy is really exciting. So use that to your advantage in your life. So I want to thank everybody for their comments, their shares, their likes on my Astromomma Facebook page. You guys have been great, and I just love to express my astrological wisdom to everyone, and just, the feedback has just been amazing. And thank you. Please always, leave me messages, comments, whether that's perceived as negative or positive. I had one comment that said you need more light, which was awesome, and I definitely, took care of the lighting, and I appreciate the commentary, on my page, and I will put the link to Astromomma's Facebook page in the dialogues below. And I also love all of the people coming over to my website, astromomma.com, where I have a list of all of my astrological readings and services. And I try and keep these readings affordable so people can really utilize the power of astrology and have it at their fingertips. And again, thank you for all your love and support. And I'll again put the link to my Facebook page and my website in the dialogue box below, as well as my email address. And now I am going to announce the two winners from last week's contest. So the first winner of the free natal birth chart is Rachel Marie, and the second winner of the transit report that I did, where I'll look at both your natal chart and then the lunar eclipse, which is August 7th, and then the solar eclipse, which is August 21st, is Lali Gomez. So congratulations, ladies. If you could please email me, again, I'll put my email address on the box below. We can coordinate a time to get you those reports. And thank you again for your participation and your comments. Really means a lot. And I can't wait to read for you both. So thanks again. And then this week's contest is going to be very similar. I'm going to look at the first 10 comments. I'm going to take those names, put them into a little hat, and then I'm going to randomly draw someone. And this person is going to win a free solar return chart from me, which is where I look at your birthday. Now, if you've had your birthday already in 2017, we'll look at 2018, or if you haven't had your birthday yet in 2017, we'll look at when your birthday is in 2017 till the following year. And basically, I look at the astrological influences for that year, and it's a very good way to show predictive astrology, so I can actually look and see, okay, these influences favor this happening or that happening. And again, it's a really good way to learn astrology and to learn about yourself, and then look at the influences for the upcoming year. So thank you again, everybody, for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. You guys have just, really just touched my heart in ways beyond words. And I really appreciate your, interest in my channel, in my business, Astromomma. It's been great. And please, if you have not already, check out my Facebook page, Astromomma, and please like, subscribe, share this video with all of your community. And thank you so much. And I will be back on August 14th for the weekly forecast. And again, I will announce this new winner for the solar return chart. So stay tuned, and please comment, like, and subscribe. And I will be back. So have a great week. Enjoy this magical eclipse time. and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.